So the other cool part that I like is that they recognize that it's hard to start a blockchain project and stick a bunch of red tape that you need to do this stuff. And so I like that they're creating an idea of, I think the CTFC is also kind of doubling down on it, of a sandbox. So they also recognize that when you start a blockchain, it's fully centralized, right? So if I start a new blockchain, me and my friends are putting out the first 20 nodes, right? That it's centralized completely. And with time, it grows more as you grow a project. So I think there's good recognition now that this is a reality. And when you start a blockchain, or blockchain projects that start, can be taken out of the regulatory framework up until some point, until they can, maybe when they show decentralization, certain rules happen. They declare it, is the idea there. And then if they don't, I guess it, depending on how much money is involved, I guess it goes into a different framework. Which is why I think they put the threshold at 20%, so that companies like Circle or whatever can say, "Yay, decentralized," when it may not actually be.
so this is not in that text, right? I think it right. was in the Clarity Act, which is still probably going to change, because again, it has to go to Senate and.
Yes, both of those. Yeah,
but it all shows that all of this is aligned, and then finally they also, or he, the chairman, also actually talk about exemptions, right? So one of the thing in cutting edge technology is that you can try to build the best framework you want. Something new might just not fit in that new framework. So they already prepared to have some exceptions, so that people who have things that do not match with the framework that they design can still innovate, can still bring new things in the market, and then be granted exception, either until the regulatory framework is improved, or until they can fit in one of the categories that
he mentioned. Something that fits what you said. Remember, it was early on in the speech, maybe it was midway, but he had stressed that there's going to be positions, even decentralization, even in licensing, even in user choices in crypto securities or not, that when a blockchain is new, it can't be decentralized yet. It's just like Satoshi. It was Satoshi and Hal. How centralized was that? It was just Satoshi mining with Hal. That's two people. That's not very distributed. It's not very decentralized. And so they need to develop sort of a guideline that realizes that when you have a new technology, it's not going to fit either of those, and there's a growth to that technology, and they need to embrace that so they can embrace that innovation, which is also where Trump has always been leaning into exemptions, boosting innovations. He has been able to leverage, although some will call it loopholes for almost everything, but you could call it freedoms of opportunity that are planned in new innovations that are coming, or current ones that you can take advantage of. And we shouldn't restrict anybody or anything in this area that is trying to make something good and new. I think that's just beautiful.